shit done. I have fun. It's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.
Hello and welcome to the Big Easy. Why did I talk about that today? Well, about a week ago, I was in the Big Easy in New Orleans, and success is not necessarily easy, but there's some simple steps to go through. One of the things I wanted to talk about for a couple of minutes today was the power of having a mastermind and hanging out with like-minded people to overcome challenges, turning them into opportunities that maybe were first a problem. And as a result of getting together for the first time in 3 years in terms of live in-person conference, it was amazing. So let me do a shameless plug from that group of terrific people, and I'll be right back to talk about the Big Easy. I'm going to share this page here. It's our Facebook group for the Focal Point coaches. But before I do, are you a business owner, entrepreneur, sales executive, salesperson, a seller of ideas, solutions? If you are, have a conversation. Ask a question of a business coach. We deal with 4 key areas: time, team, money, and exit strategy. An exit strategy could be leaving the business, selling it, or it could be what's next. What are the futures now that you've grown your business? And it also works with personal development. We also work with personal development and the sales process, helping people turn into professional sellers, feeling comfortable, confident, and refining, sharpening their axe. And if I don't have the answer to your question, like I said before, there was in excess of 150 of us in New Orleans last week, or pardon me, the week before. And if I don't have the answer to the question, I have a group of great, wonderful, diverse, experienced individuals. So shoot me an email at phil@coachphil.ca and see what we can do to help you answer a question. Or you could just get this, watch this. We could start here. Just have to look over here for a minute, guys. I have a banner I'm trying to bring up. I have some terrific banners, but this particular one is here, business growth score. So you would go to businessgrowth-philjilks.scoreapp.com. I'll leave it up there for a little bit. So you could reach out there and do your own assessment. No need to interact with a coach. However, if you would like to take it a little bit further and have a complimentary 20-minute coaching session, happy to do that. Anyway, the Big Easy. Wow, it was easy to get to the Big Easy, relatively, safely and soundly. Came back healthily and more wise. Was able to sharpen my axe to make things a little easier for me in my own business and in my clients' business. We had a number of wonderful presentations in and around culture, sales, goal setting, values. How do you? Yeah, there was an exercise there in developing your values. How do you know what your values are? It reminded me of something that I'd heard, a story about 2 business partners in business. One had a bit of an issue with gambling and was in debt a little bit by I don't know, $10,000 or $20,000, and the business actually had enough money to pay off his debt. And one of the core values of both partners was integrity. So the one who had the gambling issue, the challenge, reached out to his partner and asked if he could borrow the money from the company to pay off his gambling debt. And the partner says, no, we had allocated that to some other things within the company. We need some equipment, and we need to do a little bit more marketing. So we want to throw it into that direction, some of the money, and taking your debt out of there and covering that right now probably isn't in the best interest of the company. So they both agreed and disappeared. But there was more pressure coming on the partner who had the gambling debt that was still outstanding. And with that pressure, it shifted. He started to convince himself that, he can borrow the money from the company and pay it back, pay off his debt, and then get it back and put it back into the company. Whether he did that or not, whether he got the money back into the company, he went out of integrity. So you can say you have integrity until stress shows up. Something in your life challenges your core values. I had a wonderful conversation with Cam Frazier's wife, about integrity. She talked about Cam's situation when he was working for a company, and he was selling stocks, and he was told by his people, his boss, to lie about a stock. It was a stock that wasn't very profitable, wasn't very successful, and likely to be successful. And so Cam refused to do that and stay true to his integrity. And as a result of that, he lost his position. But one of the things he's demonstrated in that is that it's true to the core. Integrity was more important than anything else. So values are a bit of a challenge, right? Because we could say we're of integrity, but how do we show up under pressure? Another horrible story example of that from one of my coaches who coached me along the way said, what if your core value was about family and love and safety, but you get in the car with your child, you don't bother doing the seatbelts up because you're only going a couple of blocks, and you also don't want to kill anything. So a dog runs out in front of the car. You swerve to miss the dog, hit a post, and crash. And your child's head is bashed into the windshield, causing major harm to their well-being. So were you out of integrity? Were you out of your out of sync with your core values? So that's one of the things that stuck with me in the Big Easy last couple of weeks when I was hanging out with my fellow focal point coaches, and we had some fun. It wasn't all work, although the work that we do is kind of fun, helping people get to where they want to get to, breaking through scotomas, breaking through limitations that they feel they may have. So let me bring this up now, and let's share the whole screen. See if I can get it as big. So here we are. We had a photo booth there. And this is some of the coaches. I'm down here in the bottom picture with I think it's a saxophone and a cap on, or a hat on. Let's see what else we got up here. This is one of the great speakers, Danny Creed. He's an amazing individual, amazing coach. He actually opened up the session for us. It was a lot of fun. He taught us all how to play the harmonica. I'm just looking to see if I have mine handy. No, I don't. It's in another place in my office. That was a lot of fun. What a way to kick it off. Him and one of our other focal point coaches, Michael Rice, he played the guitar. So the two of them did a bit of a jam session for us, teaching us how to use the harmonica and play a song together. And what we learned was that playing the harmonica, you don't suck. You draw. You don't suck. You blow and draw. And it's probably one of the most difficult instruments to play because, as Danny pointed out, you don't see it. It's in your mouth. Unlike a guitar or a piano, you can see your fingers and see what you're doing. So that was an interesting point of view. Let's see what else we've got here. This is a group out of New Jersey. Nick and his team are there. This is Margaret. She's a gem. She does a lot of the certification training and heads up a lot of the activities, as well as runs her own coaching practice. Matter of fact, we were sitting on the 11th floor lobby of the hotel in New Orleans, where we are right now, having a beverage. And this is at the end of the conference, just chilling out a little bit. Here's a couple of other coaches here. Make that a little bit bigger. Prioritize leader. That's an assessment tool that we have to help individuals with the culture of their company, with their organization. It was a really great presentation. And then also I introduced the concept of a power song. The intro and outro of my show, The Business Renovator, has bits and pieces of that were created in collaboration with a musician, writer, a performer, and myself. And he has a site called Power Songs. Anyway, I'm running out of pictures. So, here we are. This is half the room. We had this big pillar holding up the hotel, I suppose, the floor to the left here. But on the other side of that was as many other coaches, and it went to the far back of the room. It was pretty cool. There's a picture. Here's a bunch of the coaches that I get to work with, or I have had the privilege and honor of working with over the last half dozen years. Some terrific people from all over the U.S., Texas and New Jersey and Wisconsin and Colorado, Ohio, and Michigan. There's a few people missing from Canada. I can't remember where they're all from. It was a lot of fun. There's a close-up of me and my buddy Sandra Lamb. She talked about speaking from the stage and getting paid to speak from the stage. It was an interesting conversation that she shared with us. Anyway, we had a lot of fun, and it was great to be back in the flesh with individuals in the same industry, being able to talk, share ideas, and have some fellowship. So with that said, if you ever have a question for a coach, reach out to me, phil@coachphil.ca. As I mentioned, you could also do this if you just wanted to explore it on your own without any intervention by me or any other coach. By all means, go there, have a look at it, and play around with it. It'll be up there for a little bit yet. And one other thing I'd like to point out is that you truly are wonderful. And I would encourage you to go act like your wonderful self, your unique, wonderful self, because you are. So until we meet, actually this Wednesday coming up, we have an author of a book just published this year. Going to talk about the little giant ladder, but more importantly, the journey of what that meant and to him and as a man, as the son of the founder of the company. So that's it for today. I'll see you on a couple of days, actually.
I get shit done, have fun. It's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.